welcome to another episode of the Gothic Witch's Kitchen. Now, if you notice, I still have on my Motionless in White band t-shirt. They haven't put the album out yet. Here's hoping that they put it out before I start to smell ripe. Speaking of ripe, what's one of the best, most delicious things in the world when it gets ripe and it's so sugary sweet and you can do a myriad of things with it? Bananas. The joke writes itself, doesn't it? I love bananas, and when they get a little darker than sometimes we would like for our sandwich, that's the perfect time to make banana bread, and that's what we're going to be doing today. I like a slice of banana bread in the morning time, a really thick slice of banana bread with a cup of coffee, and then if you're feeling particularly naughty, you can spread a little butter on it and eat it that way. That's why the witch doesn't lose her hips. But we'll never tell. Alright, let's get baking. Now the first thing we're going to do, you can see I have everything spread out. That makes cooking go a little bit faster. We're going to turn our oven on 350 degrees. But I do want you to know, take your rack down one so that the tops of the bread will be in the center of the oven. Now, if you remember from our pumpkin bread episode, the next step is to get some Crisco, some vegetable shortening, and just grease. Ooh, that's a lot. Just grease the bottoms only of the pan. Just the bottoms. You're not doing the sides. Grease it liberally. You don't want your bread to stick. And that's done, and those are ready. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to peel 3 medium bananas. And we're going to put them in a bowl. They smell so good. You can smell the developed sugars. Now, you can actually make banana bread when the skins are actually totally black. The darker they are, the more sugars they'll develop and the sweeter your bread will be. But make sure that they've got at least a good mottling before you use them, or it won't be sweet at all. Green bananas are not good for banana bread. I don't think green bananas are good for anything. I don't like green bananas. If you have a garden, now's the time to throw these in a compost pile. Now, we're going to take out all the remaining frustrations of the holidays, and we're going to beat the shit out of these bananas. Yes. Now here we are, and potato masher. Squishy. I'm trying to do this, and I'm trying to do this and not put the thingy on a tripod. But it's hard because the bowl wants to move around. Mash. 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 Knock it off, keep mashing it. Let me tell you, you can't over mash it, because the more you mash it, the more it's going to release those sugars. So don't think, oh, I would like to have chunks of banana in my bread. No, it doesn't work that way. I like it mushy. We're going to mash. You kind of want it to look almost like baby food. Of course, you could puree them, but damn, who wants to clean a freaking food processor? Potato masher works just fine, and it's an easy cleanup. Look at that. That's what you want it to look like. There's still a little chunk in there, but not much. This is broken down very well. And then we set that aside. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to put half a cup of butter. That's 1 stick, room temperature. This is a little softer than room temperature because I did the laundry room trick again. My house is kind of chilly. And then we're going to do 1.25 cups of sugar, and we're going to beat that together. I'm sorry, I must have a frog in my throat, and I thought I pureed that little bastard. Damn those frogs. Yes, yes. Damn, that's a lot of sugar. This is a very fattening bread. That's what makes it good. And now we're going to cream this together. Now, to this, we're going to add 2 eggs. Yes, yes, yes. I know I usually break it somewhere else so I don't get any shells, but these broke open so nicely. I've had these eggs sitting out room temperature. Except that egg was naughty. Sometimes you have an egg that gets a little too exuberant and squirts all over the counter. It's okay to think naughty thoughts. We're all adults here. Okay, now we're going to mix the eggs into the sugar and butter. Now, to this mixture, we're going to add our bananas, and we're also going to add a teaspoon of vanilla. I like to actually add the vanilla right into the bananas. Mash them up with the bananas a little bit. I don't know, it's just my thing. Vanilla. I'm gonna mash those. Now, here comes my favorite part of this recipe. It's so good. Buttermilk. Now, I used the non-fat buttermilk only because I didn't realize that it was non-fat that I've been buying for years. I've always bought the dark carton. Obviously, the light green is the full-fat buttermilk. So, I'll have to try a recipe with that as well. But I get the non-fat just because I'd never read. I just read buttermilk and bought it. We're all guilty of that. Now, just give it a little shake. I will tell you, like, the date on this is January 28th. Buttermilk will last a lot longer than the date that's printed. All you gotta do is give it a shake. So, we're going to add 1/2 cup of buttermilk to our bananas. I love buttermilk for cooking. Now, if you don't have buttermilk in your house, you can always mix a little vinegar with real milk and make buttermilk. I'll give you the exact measurements on how to do that later on. But I always prefer to buy buttermilk. I like buttermilk. I grew up with buttermilk, so it doesn't bother me at all. So, I like to mix the vanilla and the buttermilk in with the bananas. That is a beautiful concoction. And then we're just going to add that to the eggs, butter, and sugar. We're going to give this a mix together. Mix it all in very well. And then we're going to scrape down the sides. I honestly think that banana bread is possibly my favorite thing that I make, and I make it more than anything else all year long. I love banana bread. Okay, now we're ready for the dry ingredients. You know what's next. Put that sifter bitch right there. Now, we're going to do 2.5 cups of all-purpose flour. Looks like it's time to open up my new bag of flour. I'm going to add just a little bit more because that other cup was not totally full. Okay. Now, to this, we're going to add 1 teaspoon of baking soda and 1 teaspoon of salt. Make sure it's baking soda, not baking powder. And we're just going to sift this together. Always sift your ingredients, people. Now we're going to mix this together. And remember, you don't want to overwork your flour. Just get the ingredients well incorporated, but don't overdo it because then you'll have tough bread. The rest of this I'll mix by hand. Now is the time, if you have nuts, to put a half a cup of chopped nuts in there. Nuts are expensive, which don't have any. I wish I did. Bad jokes. Yes. I'm just going to scrape down the sides. And make sure you scrape the bottom. That's where egg likes to hang out. Egg is a very naughty creature. He likes to do his own thing. Yes. Look at that. That is a beautiful banana bread mixture. Now, we're just going to half this into loaf pans. Now, if I had a large loaf pan, this would be 1 batch. But I actually like the smaller loaf pans because that way I can half the batch and I can have 1 loaf for myself and 1 loaf to share with a friend. That's what baking's all about. Sharing the love. Yes. So we're just going to divide this evenly. It's so easy and so quick to make this. I guess that's why they call it quick bread. But if you have the ingredients on hand, usually the only thing I have to really go to the store and buy is buttermilk. When I run out. Now, we're going to give this a little shake and a little tap. Get the air bubbles out, make it even. And we're going to stick this into our oven for an hour. And in 1 hour, we'll be back. The timer went off, an hour has gone by, and it's time to get our bread. Oh, there's nothing more beautiful than banana bread. Look at that color. It's so gorgeous. You do want to put it on a cooling rack so that it can cool all the way around. Now, we'll test it, even though I know for a fact an hour is the perfect time for my bread. I'll test it and show you. Perfectly done. Look at it. Look at it. It's so good. See how it starts pulling away from the corners a little bit on the edges. My favorite time to eat it is about an hour after it's cooled and the outside is all crusty and the inside is soft. Now by tomorrow the outside will be a little softer, but about an hour or so after you cook it, the first few hours after, it's got a nice crust to it and it's amazing. Banana bread. Thank you for joining us on another episode of the Gothic Witch's Kitchen. I do hope that you enjoy your banana bread. I hope that you made it along with me, or at least give the recipe a try. It's so good, and I think that the buttermilk sets it apart from other banana bread recipes. It's so good and so fluffy. Some banana breads turn out like a brick. This recipe doesn't. It's delightful. You can't wait for morning time. I might have some for a snack tonight because I'm feeling particularly naughty today. Let's all be naughty. Yes, I'll see you next week. Thank you for joining me. If you haven't subscribed yet, subscribe. Give me a thumbs up or give me a comment down below. Tell me what your favorite quick bread for the morning is. Goodbye. Maybe I shouldn't say that. I'm so naughty. I really am. I'm so diabolically naughty. God damn, that man left. Focus, you piece of shit. Give me a like. Subscribe if you haven't. Give me a thumbs up and I already said that. Where's my fucking light? Can I like not lose stuff? Take 3 because my camera is a piece of shit and doesn't know how to focus.